Peace and blessings, family. This is your boy Gerald. It is the 28th of December, 2017. How is everybody doing? You're almost at the end of your week. You're almost there. Keep pushing, keep going, don't stop. And then next thing you know, we will be counting that ball, that 12 hours that will represent the 12 months. And in that period of time, you're going to be reflecting. That's right. You're going to take in everything that has occurred since January 1, 2017. But that's okay, family. Look how far this year has gone. Look at everything that has occurred in these last 12 months. All the things that you have been exposed to, everything that has been placed in front of you, and you championed through it all. I commend you because that right there shows you not only that God got something better, but it is also the things that make your story, the things that make your life unique, the things that define what is known as you. So how you doing, family? I hope you are well. So I had been waiting, staying prayed up, keeping my feet grounded, and of course, placing God first in everything I do. And as I was drinking my morning coffee, I got a little bit of peppermint mint in my coffee. I stepped out into my backyard and I was standing on the deck and I was looking at the sky. And as the sky was opening up, the sun was coming out for the sunrise. Then it started to snow. I started to see flurries, and I was like, it just amazes me, the planet that we live on. But it also made me go deeper within myself because I understand that this are the things that make the analogs of my life. These are the experiences that I will take from if I'm blessed to see another day, if I'm blessed to gain another year of wisdom, another opportunity to gain insight, another beautiful moment to define not only my last name, but who I am as a spiritual man. But I would be remiss because I have this on my spirit that yes, it's time. It is time for me to put the message out on the perspective of 2018. And how is that going to apply to you? What is the things that are going to be emanating in these next 12 months? How and what is going to be required? Because I must say right off the top, family, 2018, you've got to be adaptable. Did you hear what I said? You have to be adaptable. That's right, because there are going to be plenty of things that are going to come along your way, on your path, that's going to try to distract you from you. Now, we know that can't be done if you are true to yourself. You know, everybody say, keep it real. Well, how can you keep it real if you don't know you? Who am I talking to? I personally believe that 2018 will be personified of the year of authentication and validation. Did you hear me? So some of y'all gonna come in January 1st with a brand new bag, a brand new attitude. And some of y'all gonna be motivated to get those things that have been holding you back. You're gonna actually have the courage to go and dump them all out and revisit. Who am I talking to? And you're going to do this because now you know that, hey, for where you're going to go, you have to understand where you've been. Who am I talking to? Because 2018 is not about being on the emotional roller coaster, being on the Ferris wheel of doubt, or just being complacent. And I know that some of y'all are going to come soon as January 1st hit. It's going to feel like you shot out of a cannon because you are going to be determined to complete the task needed so you can elevate your life to your intended place. I commend you. Stay grounded, stay prayed up, speak your truth, and allow God to show you what was intended to be shown. Because nothing happens by chance, family. You do understand that nothing happens by chance. I know there are going to be people that are going to turn around and say, well, that was fate, Gerald. That was fate. Some of y'all going to turn around and say, well, you know what? I'm going to put my focus on those tarot cards and see what they got to say. And if some of those words stick, maybe that's my validation. Nah, 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 nah. Let me tell you something. Tarot cards, guess what? They were created by man. And yes, I understand they can be very prolific, but imagine the power of your spirit if you connect to you. So you can't build life off of a persona. You can't find strength off of alter ego. Only thing you're going to find is illusions and distractions. And 2018, I really believe, family, some of y'all are going to say, I'm done. I'm done accepting less than. Who am I talking to? You've been sitting there on the sidelines. You've been holding the weight. You've been at times actually holding on to things that had nothing to do with you, but let them take the free ride. Who am I talking to? Now, this is where I turn the corner because to be, I've got to reach the intended heart and mind at the level that they're on. And I've got to speak this as well. For some, it is going to be crystal clear. And what you will see is the roles will reverse. No, I'm not talking about gender roles. I'm talking about spiritual ones. And what will happen has already been spoken because God said it. When I said, and I echo all the time, that those who are last will be made first, and those who are first will be made last, 2018 will be the living example of that. And in turn, real will recognize real. And those who are your distractions will be exposed. But this does not give you an opportunity to judge, to be condescending, to be spiteful, because you block your blessings that way if you do so. The best thing that I could advise for those when these things occur is take note. Ask yourself, why am I seeing this? Why am I feeling this? This ain't got nothing to do with me, but it does, because that is a free opportunity for you to learn. This is also God's way of showing you that how much He loves you because He's affording you the opportunity, wisdom from the experience. Some of y'all are going to be so close up into the experience, it's going to feel like it's going to touch you. but you will be protected through it all. But keep in mind, when the days get dark, when uncertainty seems like it's right there, God is going to bring you through it. He's going to bring you through it. And here's a blessing that's going to come from that, family. Some bonds, some connections are going to fall from you without your doing it. Who am I talking to? Yes, some relationships will fall. And yes, it's going to cause you to feel a certain kind of way. But just know this, God's got something better. Why? Because you are and always was priceless. So if you allow yourself to find that place within yourself that brings peace, that attracts pure calmness, you will be on sacred ground. But guess what? Everything's is a trade-off too, because just as you are going to go and invest in yourself, invest in your goals, impacting your life, you're going to have just as many people that are going to distract you from that. They're going to try everything in your power so that you don't grow. But keep this in mind when I say this to you. You don't need nobody's permission to love yourself. You don't need no one's consent to heal. And I think this is going to be the moment for a lot of you. You're going to finally say, you know what? Enough's enough. I deserve to feel emotionally safe. For some of you, this is going to be your greatest journey too, because it is going to start within your mind, but it's going to end up on your feet because it's going to propel you to seek validation to some of those questions that have been living within yourself for oh so long. Who am I talking to? You were convinced for many, many years that those scars, those emotional scars, that emotional backpack that you've been carrying that has gotten oh so heavy over the years was your end all be all. I'm here to tell you 2018 is the year that you're going to drop the dead weight. And that could be anything from a financial status to an emotional connection. Only you know what that burden was. But I also know we have to be PC now, don't we? So let's look at that from a business perspective. And that is nothing but a liability. You can't gain from a liability unless you acknowledge its placement and then make a critical decision on what's best. So the question is, are you going to allow another year come and go and stay the status quo? Because if that is what you intend to do, this video is not for you. This will only go in one ear and out the other. But do not ignore the fact that there's that long table with endless chairs. Then they're pulled out. And on that table is a sign that says misery. And you know, misery loves company. Or maybe now, 2018 is going to be the year where you start to not only assess the company that you keep, but you will also look at the value of the connection. Who am I talking to? But this does not mean that you turn around and emotionally beat yourself up or take the responsibility that you had no business having to deal with. Because at the end of the day, family, we're talking about free will as well. So when it comes to free will, just know this. You can't make no one do anything they don't want to do. They have to accept it. Therefore, they got to sign off on it. So guess what? Maybe this is the moment that you say, well, you know what? I want to make sure that the people that are in my circle think the same way I do, and their behaviors reflect my state of being. Who am I talking to? Because anybody can sit on the sidelines and complain about life, but if you're not doing anything to enhance your life, why are you complaining? Let that sink in. I believe that 2018 is, for some of y'all, is going to be your rebirth year too. And you're going to focus on your health. And just like a baby bird leaving the nest for the first time, you are going to stretch your wings out and you are going to soar higher than you ever soared. And while you are in that place, you are going to assess where you once were. Fly. That's all I'm going to tell you. Fly. Because guess what? Home is where the heart is. But what is a home without love? Who am I talking to? Maybe this is the moment that you're going to step out on faith and you say, you know what? I know that I deserve better than. And you are going to lift the rug of life and shake it out. And you'll be surprised what will be found if you look to the side. You'll be surprised what was there. And you might just turn around and say, you know what? You're going to be able to see that the people that genuinely loved you, had your best interest. Maybe you had lost focus, and maybe this is the moment that you reconnect. Because guess what? The people that genuinely have your best interest, they are the validation of your mentality. So if there's nothing but drama, if there's nothing but upheaval, if there's nothing but impulsiveness, if there's nothing but excuses, and that is your environment, that right there should tell you that is not the environment you should have been in. That's for somebody. Why are you working 8 hours a day, but you dreading to go home at night? Come on, because that's not your home. Home is where the heart is. Home is where you should feel safe. Home is where you should feel transparent, but that is also where clarity lives. And you deserve to embrace that. You deserve to be all that is intended for your story, your legacy. And with that being said, I'll throw this out there to my kings. King, you know I ride with you. I love you. 2018 is going to be a big year for you if you decide to see the importance of your last name. Did you hear me? And some of you are going to feel this in your spirit and you're going to lift your head up. You're not going to be the statistic. You're going to be the experience. And that in itself is going to motivate everything around you because it is connected by the spirit. We are what we attract, family. I know there are going to be plenty of people that will tell you otherwise, but guess what? Just take note and look at their lives. If they're not progressing, they're in your way. And guess what? Maybe the whole intention was to keep you distracted because the fact that then they don't have to justify their growth. Because like two peas in a pod, they need company too. But this does not give you the right to chastise or condemn. Because at the end of the day, all actions that we do, they are noted, they are accounted for. And one day we will have to justify all actions in the intended time. So from me to you, 2018 will be the year of validation and authenticity. Real recognizes real, family. So when it happens, when those moments occur, be still, but be blessed And just know, even in times of pain, this had to occur so that you could be afforded what you needed all along. And if I can be a little frank, like, I mean, I'm Gerald, but to be frank, this may also be the moment that who or whatever the distraction was shall be moved. Let the process occur. Stay grounded. But guess what? Maybe this is the year you are going to enhance your communication skills, starting with yourself. Because if you don't have a dialogue with you, how you gonna know where you're going? How are you gonna understand what is being placed before you? How are you going to be able to react? Hold on. Will you stop? Stop making that noise. Y'all know that's Tyson, right? Mm-hmm. Lay down. And to get back to what I was saying, for some of y'all, as I said, real recognizes real. The illusions, the spiritual veil is going to fall hard. And you're going to have this occur. The person that was standing in front of you will be validated that they deserve to walk with you. And those who were just fronting, they're going to fall from you. So that the person that was intended, that will have the key to the other side of your life, y'all can walk together. So you might be a person that says, nah, I don't want love. I don't need love. I don't need communication. I just need to be and be me. Did you ever think about how you got to that mentality? What occurred to make you take that approach in life? I guarantee there was some pain involved. Maybe this is the year that you decide to go within yourself and allow yourself to heal. Hmm? Come on. Because when you decide to heal, that will also be the moment that you decide to forgive yourself. Who am I talking to? Who am I talking to? Maybe this is the moment that you decide that, hey, look here, I love you, but I have to love you from afar. Hmm? Some of y'all may be dealing with the challenges of family, and that is having a wear and tear on your life. Let me tell you something. This goes back to what I said earlier. You can't make nobody do nothing they don't want to do. You can't. But take note on what they decide, but get out of their way. Because you may be indirectly holding your progression back. Then, so, you going to make 2018 the best year ever? Or are you going to stay the course on what you already know? I think you deserve better. And I really believe this is going to be a very abundant year for some of y'all, because some of y'all with hell and high water are going to bring, you're going to go to this year and you're saying, look here, you're going to be plugging up the financial holes in your finances. You're going to be paying things off with a fevered pitch. I commend you. I commend you on that, because for those who are aware of what society is projecting, now more than ever, things are going to get tight, and a lot of people ain't going to have what they need because they choose not to prepare for it. So be vigilant. Be vigilant. That's all I can say about that. And when it reveals itself, whatever that challenge is, stay prayed up. Allow God to show you what you need to do. God's praying for you. You know I am. I see your worth. And for that, it helps me discern mine. If I don't hear from you, have a blessed and safe 2018. If you're traveling for New Year's, please, please, please be vigilant and responsible on those highways and byways. Please be safe, because there are going to be some that will not see the value of their lives nor care about yours. And those who truly, genuinely treasure you want you around. So be responsible. That phone can wait. If you got to have a phone, if you're driving a vehicle that don't have Bluetooth, get you a Bluetooth. Keep your hands on the steering wheel. But keep in mind, be aware of your direction. Oh, don't worry. Officer Friendly's going to be out there, and he don't want to be out there. So make sure you're not the one that is going to be investing in the building fund or the police involved. Love yourself more. Have a blessed and safe 2018, because you're worth it. You'll see. Be blessed.